Hi, everyone. I'm Debbie Schwartz, founder of Road to College. Thanks for showing up tonight. And I'm here with Angela Colatriano from College Ave Student Loans.
I am Angela Colatriano. I'm the Chief Marketing Officer for College Ave Student Loans. We are one of the leading student lenders in the nation.
I've been working with Angela and with College Ave Student Loans for several years, and I just want to give them a ton of credit for being willing to help educate families about the process, about student loans, and we're going to help you through understanding it.
I think many people who are coming in new to the process actually get confused sometimes when they hear cost of attendance and what they really think is tuition. And tuition is just one piece of the cost of attendance. So tuition and fees are exactly what they sound like, and those are billed directly by the schools. Next is room and board. And obviously, if the student is living on campus, that's going to be billed directly by the school. If they're not living on campus, what would factor into room and board is basically those living expenses like rent, groceries, that type of thing. And then you have books and supplies, transportation, and personal expenses. The cost of attendance will influence how much you can take out because the school won't let you borrow more than their calculated cost of attendance. So you're going to take that cost of attendance estimate that you have. You want to take out the income and savings that you're going to contribute, and then also any scholarships or grants. If you've got free money that you don't have to pay back, obviously factor that in. And then that's going to tell you what remains, how much is left, and would you be willing to borrow to cover that?
That may or may not impact whether you want to allow your student to apply, but at least you'll know that information, and you shouldn't be shocked at the end when your student gets accepted and you do get the bills.
So saved money, we really focus on personal savings accounts, maybe 529s. On the free money side, you obviously have funds that come from the college themselves. So merit scholarships, you also have private scholarships, and then you also have grants. The Pell Grant is probably the most common that people are familiar with, that is going to be need-based. And you get into borrowed money. The simple high-level way to think about it is federal loans in the student's name, federal loans in the parent's name, or private loans in the student and parent. If you need to borrow, you want to take the federal direct loans in the student's name first. They're always going to have the lowest fixed rates that you can get. They do have a number of repayment protections, such as income-based repayment. There are borrowing caps, and there's no credit check. Now, once you hit those caps, that's when you start to consider Parent Plus loans or private loans. There is an origination fee on the Parent Plus loan. If you need to close that gap, you can borrow up to the cost of attendance with a Parent Plus loan. There is no credit check on the student version, but on the parent version, they will do a basic credit check. The student's name is not on it. You are entirely legally responsible for it. Let's go deeper into the direct loans right now. Both of these direct loans are in the student's name only. The subsidized loans are the smaller subset. These are need-based, so income will come into play here, as well as how much what your estimated need is at the individual institution. What makes it subsidized is that the interest, it doesn't get charged while the student is in school. This is what is available to virtually everyone who completes the FAFSA. The interest does start accruing right away when the money is issued, and it continues to accrue while they're in school and through the life of the loan. So you can see that it changes by year in school. The average freshman can only borrow $5,500. So there's actually a $3,500 limit on the subsidized loan. The $5,500 is the maximum. You could have $3,500 in subsidized and the remainder in unsub. But you can borrow a little more each year.
Federal direct student loans are so important for students. They are probably the only loans that they'll be able to get solely in their name without a cosigner. And they will probably be at the lowest interest rate possible of any loan that's out there.
Because private student loans are typically not only in the name of the students, just simply don't have the credit history or the income to qualify to borrow on their own from a private lender. They often need a cosigner that is often a parent. It doesn't have to be a parent. It could be another credit-worthy adult. You can borrow up to the full cost of attendance with a private student loan. Interest rates are based on the credit profile for the most part. But unlike federal loans, origination fees are not common in the private student loan space. If you're taking out a private parent loan, the student is not on the loan. They are not responsible. Again, you can borrow up to the full cost of attendance.
I would give kudos to the parents who can take this information and apply it to estimating your college costs before your student goes to college. The families who do are really making smart decisions when it comes time for their students to both apply and choose where they go.